Before you blame yourself, listen. Lazy people don't feel this tired. Lazy people don't lie awake thinking about everything they should be doing. Lazy people don't feel heavy before the day even begins. What you're feeling isn't laziness. It's your energy being pulled in too many directions at once. Your mind is crowded. Your attention is scattered. Your strength is spread so thin that nothing gets enough of it to move forward. This video is not here to push you harder. It's here to explain why everything feels heavy and how that heaviness can quietly disappear when your energy finally comes back together. Stay with me. This will make sense of what you've been feeling. Scattered energy feels like weight, not weakness. When your energy is in one place, moving forward feels almost effortless. You don't have to force yourself. You don't have to fight your own mind. You simply begin. But when your energy is spread out, even small things feel heavy. Getting started feels painful. Simple tasks feel larger than they really are. Not because they are hard, but because you are pulled in too many directions at the same time. You don't feel stuck because you are weak or incapable. You feel stuck because parts of you are trying to go in different directions at once. One part wants to improve. Another part is worried. Another part is distracted. Another part is tired of thinking. So instead of moving, you freeze. Trying to do many things at once does not move life forward. It creates inner resistance. Your mind keeps switching. Your focus keeps breaking. Your energy never stays long enough in one place to turn into action. Imagine pouring water on dry ground from 10 different cups. The ground never gets wet enough in one spot. But pour the same water slowly in one place, and it sinks deep. That is how energy works. You have enough energy. You always did. It just hasn't been allowed to stay in one place. When energy is scattered, it feels weak. When energy is gathered, it feels powerful. Nothing new is added. Nothing special is gained. Only direction changes. That is why everything feels tiring right now. Not because you lack strength, but because your strength has been pulled apart, little by little, without you noticing. Once your energy is allowed to gather again, movement will not feel so heavy anymore. Decision fatigue is draining you before real work begins. Many people feel tired before they even begin their day, and they don't understand why. They wake up, and already there is a quiet heaviness inside. Not because they worked hard yesterday, not because their body is weak, but because their mind is already tired. From the moment you open your eyes, you start choosing. What should I check first? Should I reply now or later? Should I do this today or tomorrow? Should I ignore this or deal with it? These may seem like small things, but each choice quietly takes energy. Your mind was never designed to make hundreds of small decisions before doing anything meaningful. By the time real work appears, your energy is already low. You sit down to focus, but your mind feels slow. You tell yourself you need motivation, but what you really need is rest from choosing. This is why some people look calm and productive while doing less. They are not stronger. They are not smarter. They simply decided many things once, instead of every single day. When you keep deciding the same things again and again, your mind becomes tired without you noticing. It's like spending money on small things all day and wondering why nothing is left at night. Energy stays when life becomes predictable in the right places. When your morning looks the same. When your priorities are already clear. When you don't have to argue with yourself all day. The less you negotiate with yourself, the more energy remains for what truly matters. This tiredness you feel is not laziness. It is not lack of discipline. It is the quiet cost of too many decisions, made too early, about things that don't deserve that much attention. Once your day stops asking you so many questions, your energy will stop disappearing so quickly. Your attention is being pulled, not directed. Your attention is not weak. It is just being pulled all the time. From the moment you wake up, something wants a piece of you. A notification, a message, a headline, a thought about someone else's life. Each one pulls your focus away, little by little, until you no longer feel present anywhere. You are not choosing where your attention goes. It is being taken for you. And wherever your attention goes, your energy follows. This is why you feel busy but not fulfilled. Your mind keeps jumping, but nothing feels deep. Nothing feels finished. Your brain was not built to constantly switch. Every time it does, it loses a small amount of energy. Not enough to notice at first, but enough to feel drained by the end of the day. This constant pulling creates a quiet tension inside. You are never fully here and never fully there. So even rest does not feel peaceful. Even work does not feel focused. Distraction is not always loud. Sometimes it feels like restlessness, sometimes like boredom, sometimes like the urge to check just one more thing. When attention is scattered, energy cannot gather. And when energy cannot gather, nothing moves forward. The moment you begin choosing where your attention stays, something changes. Your mind slows down. Your breathing softens. Your thoughts become clearer. Power is not about forcing focus. It is about removing what keeps pulling you away. When attention is no longer stolen, energy stops leaking. Unfinished inner tensions are running in the background. There are things in your life that quietly stay open, even when you are not thinking about them. A conversation you keep delaying. A decision you already know the answer to, but haven't accepted. A situation you are avoiding because it feels uncomfortable. You may not be actively thinking about these things, but your body remembers them. They sit in the background, like a low sound you stop noticing, but it never turns off. This is why you can feel tired without doing much. Your energy is being used to hold tension, not to move forward. Unfinished inner tension feels like heaviness in the chest, like tightness in the stomach, like a constant pressure you can't fully explain. Avoidance costs energy every single day. Facing something costs energy once. When you keep pushing things away, your mind keeps them running quietly. It stays alert. It stays guarded. It stays tense. That tension slowly drains you. You may think rest will fix it, but rest cannot reach what remains unresolved. Sleep helps the body, but the mind stays busy protecting what hasn't been faced. The moment something is acknowledged even before it is solved, a small amount of energy returns. Clarity lightens the load. You don't feel heavy because life is hard. You feel heavy because something inside you is still waiting to be dealt with. When inner tension finally settles, energy that felt lost begins to come back on its own. Context switching is silently destroying your momentum. You may feel like you are doing many things in a day, yet nothing truly moves forward. By night, you feel tired, but you don't feel satisfied. This happens when your mind keeps switching from one thing to another. You start something, then stop. You check something else. You return, but the focus is gone. So you start again. Each time your mind switches, it loses energy. Not in a loud way, in a quiet, draining way. It's like pushing a heavy object. Every time you stop, you must use extra strength to push again. When your attention keeps changing, your energy never builds momentum. It keeps resetting. This is why short, broken work feels more tiring than deep, steady work. Your brain is constantly restarting instead of flowing. You are not slow. You are being interrupted sometimes by the world, sometimes by your own habits. Momentum feels light because energy stays in one place long enough to grow. Switching breaks that growth. This constant stopping and starting makes effort feel heavier than it needs to be. It's not the work that is draining you. It's the constant shifting. When your mind stays with one thing long enough, something changes. Thoughts settle. Movement becomes smoother. Time feels different. Energy does not increase when you rush. It increases when you stay. And when momentum returns, work stops feeling like a struggle. Consumption without creation clogs the mind. Your mind was not made only to take things in. It was made to let things out. When all you do is watch, read, listen, and scroll, your mind slowly becomes full. At first it feels fine. Then it starts to feel crowded. Then it starts to feel heavy. Information keeps coming in, but nothing leaves. Thoughts pile up. Ideas stay trapped. Feelings remain unexpressed. This creates a quiet pressure inside. Not loud enough to notice at first, but strong enough to make you feel tired and restless. This is why too much consuming leaves you drained instead of inspired. Your mind has no space to breathe. Creating doesn't mean doing something big or impressive. It simply means letting something move out of you. A thought written down. A small task completed. Something made, even if no one sees it. The moment you create, the mind organizes itself. The noise settles. Energy begins to flow again. When nothing comes out, energy stays stuck. When something moves outward, clarity returns. You don't feel tired because you lack ideas. You feel tired because too much is trapped inside you. Once energy is allowed to move out, the mind feels lighter without effort. Rest that still stimulates does not restore. When you feel tired, you often tell yourself that you need rest, but without realizing it, the way you rest keeps your system awake. You lie down, you sit back, you stop working, yet your mind never truly slows. Images keep flashing in front of your eyes. Sounds keep filling the space, and new information keeps entering your head. Your body may be still, but your nervous system is not resting at all. This is why you can spend hours relaxing and still feel exhausted afterward. Your brain is still processing, still reacting, still adjusting. True rest is not simply the absence of work, it is the absence of constant input. When stimulation continues, even in gentle forms, your inner system stays alert, and alertness costs energy. Your nervous system needs quiet signals to feel safe enough to recover. It needs moments where nothing new is demanded from it, where it is not asked to respond, compare, or decide. When those moments are missing, tiredness builds, even if your body is lying down. Silence may feel uncomfortable at first, because you are not used to it. But that discomfort is not a problem. It is the sign that your system is finally slowing down. In stillness, breathing softens, thoughts stretch out, and energy that was scattered begins to return on its own. Real restoration happens when the mind is allowed to stop reacting. When there is no scrolling, no background noise, no endless content, the nervous system finally receives permission to rest. That is when sleep feels deeper, waking feels lighter, and energy starts to come back without force. Simplicity is where power comes back. When life becomes crowded, energy fades quietly. Too many goals, too many plans, too many things asking for attention at the same time. None of them feel wrong on their own, but together, they pull you apart. Your mind keeps jumping, your body feels tense, and even simple actions begin to feel heavy. Power does not disappear because you are doing too little. It disappears because you are trying to hold too much at once. When everything feels important, nothing receives your full strength. Your energy spreads thin, and movement slows without you understanding why. Simplicity is not about giving things up in a painful way. It is about letting go of what is unnecessary so what truly matters can breathe again. When there are fewer demands, your thoughts become clearer. When there are fewer directions, your steps feel steadier. When there is less noise, your inner voice becomes easier to hear. You begin to notice that strength returns when life feels clean and focused. Not rushed, not intense, just clear. One thing at a time allows your energy to gather instead of scatter. Your effort stops fighting against itself, and progress starts to feel natural again. Calm does not mean lack of ambition. It means your energy is finally moving in one direction instead of being pulled apart. In simplicity, you do not need to push yourself to feel powerful. Power returns quietly, as confidence, steadiness, and the feeling that you can handle what is in front of you. You were never lazy. You were stretched in too many directions at once. Your energy was spent before it had the chance to settle. Nothing is wrong with you. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to force motivation. When life becomes quieter, strength returns. When attention becomes focused, movement feels lighter. When you stop pulling yourself apart, you begin to move forward naturally. Take back your energy. Let it gather. Let it work for you again. And you'll notice something simple but powerful. Life no longer feels so heavy.